Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Coming to you live from TSS, it's Top Shelf, but we're going underground today, folks, because I have perhaps what is more of a myth than a man before me. Returning to Top Shelf Studios, it's Braxton Fuller. He does lots of things. He's got lots of titles, but I know him as my caving friend.
That is what I'm known best as amongst my wider friend group. And
hey, now
it is the thing I talk about the most. That's for sure. But this time coming by, I have a present for you. Unlike last time, I have
the nuclear football.
Rocky Mountain Caving, issue 43.3. I have...
I've seen this picture. This was featured on...
I believe.
Our episode, I believe.
Oh, probably. Yes. Yeah. I definitely sent that to you in the Google Drive I sent last time.
And you can become a supporter of this fine publication that you are a part of, right? If you're out there in the mythical beyond and they wanted to get Rocky Mountain Caving for themselves, a quarterly journal.
Yeah, it's you can go to the Colorado Grotto website. So you just look up Colorado Grotto and go to their store, and you can subscribe on their store, or you can email me at editor@rockymountaincaving.com. It's $35 a year if you want 4 of them, physical copies, or $9.99 a year if you want digital copies. We don't make any money off of it. Like, it's just a statewide scientific journal. And we have a bunch of people contribute, but no one makes money off of it. That's not what we're trying to do. We're just trying to
It really does look like a scientific journal the way you guys...
It is. I'm not lying about it either. I'm not lying about it.
And there's some sick pictures in there that I can already tell.
Yeah, the cover right there, that's a Helictite bush. So that
this one
weird...
did 9/11?
Yes, that one did 9/11. Yes, that is so. This is called the Osama bin Laden formation. No, it's this is called the sea anemone, and then basically, like you see, it's like a ball of kind of electricity looking stuff on top, like below a bunch of like lightning looking stuff. And scientists don't actually know how Helictites form. There are a couple of theories. One of which is that gypsum dust in a barometrically closed environment.
Okay.
So this is in a room that was broken into in 1986. It's called Silent Splendor. And before that, it wasn't exposed to the open atmosphere for like millions and millions of years. So one of the prevailing theories is that ionically charged gypsum dust basically it's like lightning in slow motion.
Whoa.
The other theory is that ionic pressure from the surface. Yeah.
Let's just solve this problem.
You got to put some kink in it, man.
Maybe, these are old arms too. Maybe we just need to have more Patreon supporters so we can upgrade the arms.
And the other theory is that geologic pressure kind of squeezes gypsum crystals out like toothpaste. Yes, like gum. I've got a couple of friends.
A little gypsum gum.
Like gypsum gum, exactly. I've got a couple of friends who always call cave formations dried cum, which they do kind of look like it. They do.
Ashley, I'm going to give this to you to look at, because if I keep it over here, I'm going to look at it and be distracted. And there's some cool stuff maybe you could enjoy. I don't know if it's too dark over there for them.
It might be a little too dark, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Well, that's exciting as heck, man. And life is treating you well. Otherwise, you're almost through. You see the light at the end of the tunnel. That is formal education.
Yeah, absolutely, I do. It's doing my master's degree at Korbel has definitely been one of the hardest things I've ever experienced. I saw a joke on the internet that was like, we have gyms that make us stronger, places to go that make us stronger and more lithe, They need to make a room that you can go to get weaker and to lose strength.
Right.
Someone just commented, that's you invented graduate school, which is I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in my bank account, in my body, in my mind.
Drained. It's all just completely drained.
Drained.
Maybe not in your...
It's like dried cum, man.
Could you use more gypsum coming out of you?
I could use a little sparkle, that's for sure. I could use a little sparkle.
That's so cool. So like just even imagining pressure creating micronic, like slow lightning, just the concept, not even being able to connect the dots to understanding that. Wow, that's sick.
And it all happens in complete and total darkness. I think because it's in a cave that nobody has ever entered that section of before. So, I mean, there's this interesting question in philosophy. I'm sure you've heard it before. If a tree falls in the woods, and does it make a sound?
Let me tell you, I fall all the time in the woods, and I make sounds.
But the question is, is the parts of caves that are extremely beautiful that no one has ever seen before, are they still beautiful?
That's a really great question. I think it requires an observer. Where do you fall on this whole thing? Do you think there is like a beauty outside of the observer?
I would say
being a master's level thinker now.
I'm a master's level thinker, my beautiful mind.
You put on my monocle before.
You could not possibly conceive of the thoughts that happen in here. Well, no, I would say in the issue of RMC that I gave you, my cave mentor, Mike Frazier, recently passed away.
Dude, that's the guy. No, so I do a lot of these, but little things stick with me.
Yeah.
And his name and what you told me about this man's impact on caving.
Yes.
Stuck with me from our first episode.
Yeah.
I am very sorry to hear that.
It's a huge hit. It really is. I mean, he lived the life of 20 men. So, I mean, there's nothing that Mike Frazier would say that he regretted. He lived a fuller life than you can possibly imagine, but still the loss to the community is a lot. But anyway, to answer your question, Mike always said something about
keep fucking moving, you're in my way.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was just during the tight parts.
Exactly. No, I mean, he was 62 years old.
And
he could out-cave me. He could out-cave me at 62 years old.
What kind of physical things is he doing to keep his body in great shape besides caving at that age? Is he just an all-around athlete outdoorsman?
No.
Okay.
No, Mike was not. Mike ate like a ninja turtle. And he caved until he died is what Mike did. He worked as an arborist was what he did during the day. So, I mean, he got a ton of that's part of the reason he was so good at rope work is that he was always in the ropes and the trees. But Mike taught me about...
I was trying to think of some norm level, high IQ, stupid reduction of arborist. Do you have anything? That's so...
Farterist.
Nothing in English.
Yeah. What do you got in another language?
I gotta think about it.
Oh. Nothing in another language.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Do you speak another language, other Jamie?
But he can think about other languages.
I respect that.
Speaking of Spanish, to think in Spanish.
Dude.
Give me long enough on the computer, I got you.
If only I kept learning Spanish and didn't start using marijuana as a medicine over opiates for my back. Maybe I would have dreamt in Spanish.
I've got a bad back.
It's terrible.
I've got a horrible back.
It's horrible. Does it not suck?
Yeah, every day is pain. Yeah, certainly. My back always hurts.
That compounded with school's fun too, huh?
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, I just don't let it get in my way. I mean,
So you're just mentally overcome.
Yeah, definitely. Improvise, adapt.
You just
overcome.
You got that special sauce of a mind that you can just
my mind. You couldn't possibly conceive.
Any person that's comfortable going into small spaces underground, what you and Mike Frazier do for fun is just it takes a special kind of mind to push towards that. I think. Yeah,
I think so. It's just the joy of exploration is what it is.
Right.
Is all it is. But to answer your initial question, we keep getting derailed.
Sorry, bro. I keep disrailing you.
No, it's fine. You're the host of this podcast. Claustrophobia.
Yeah, was that you? Is that what you would do? Yeah.
That's what amazes me about your line of hobby.
My line of hobby. My line of work.
Consider it a line.
That's it. What a great episode title. My line of hobby.
My line of hobby. But Mike taught me the cost of doing exploration is something that he talked about
From a philosophical level?
from a philosophical level, from a physical level, from every level that there is, you know, like Mike, he talked about, you know, once you're getting into this line of hobby, not necessarily caving, but just exploration in general, you know, you're making sacrifices, you know, like your partner might not be okay with you going down to some of the most dangerous places in the entire fucking world for nothing but some rocks, you know, like the most famous
And the bit.
You can't forget, you can't take yourself too seriously. That's the other thing I learned from Mike Frazier. But Bill Stone,
What a great apt name.
yeah, Bill Stone. Yeah. One of the most famous cavers in the world. His first marriage ended because of caving, because he was inventing the scuba diving rebreather in the 1990s in order to dive consecutive sumps in one of the deepest caves in the world.
What's a sump? I only know it from the pump.
Yeah, the bump. A sump is when a section of cave is flooded.
Okay.
So that it's diving a sump, so diving a tube that's filled with water. And he invented the scuba diving rebreather in order to do this. And then he subsequently sold it to the U.S. Navy and became a billionaire. And so now he's a self-funded deep caver. He funds the Cheve project every year. But anyway, his first marriage...
So he's like the coolest guy in caving on Earth.
Yes, yeah. Okay. I've met him once.
That's sweet.
I've met him precisely once.
That's sweet.
But his wife, his first wife, when he was inventing the rebreather, he was in his basement. He was going bankrupt. He never saw his kids. And the only thing he did, the only thing he thought about and talked about was going caving. And his wife said, you're going bankrupt, you're losing the house, you're losing your kids, and you've ruined our marriage for some godforsaken hole in the ground in Mexico. And his friends died on many of his expeditions. And that's the cost of doing exploration personally. The cost of doing exploration on your body is you might die. You might break a leg. But he taught me that. I don't know where I was going with that.
It's like the coolest shit.
It is. But
as someone that grew up like with my Uncle Bill and Earthwormers as like that's the core thing of like live your dream, go out and explore and get the fuck away and go discover something. Yeah. Like, it's the coolest. It sucks to go from that to being behind a desk, I'll be honest with you.
But he taught me that it is not beautiful until you see it, is what.
So he would fall on the lens of the observer is necessary.
Yeah, he taught me that. To bring it all back. To bring it back.
Wow. Okay. So that little gypsum G is just, is not real, really. It's not beautiful until it is.
I don't think so. Like a photon, not a single photon has touched it. It hasn't been around while a sound was happening. It's been in darkness and quiet for tens of millions of years. And I don't think it's beautiful until someone sees it. But I think that we've defiled it once we have. And I think that that's part of the beauty of exploration. It's kind of like not to make it like sexual, but I mean, you know, Freud, you know, everything is kind of overtly sexual, you know, like you are defiling it, you know.
Braxton, I hate to tell you this, but a man that dresses like you can't not take that angle.
You flirting with me?
I'm saying you're gonna metaphorically, you know, you display your oozing sex, man. Like you've got a leather thermos bag. Like,
I think we got to turn those cammers off.
No, I'm just saying, like, Jesus, man. You pulling up Freud? We're not 15 minutes into this episode yet. My God.
Well, thanks for having me, Sean. Thanks for having me, man.
No, okay, what's sexual about it? About exploration? Give it to me.
I don't know. You know,
I want it.
The language that cavers use for like the process of discovering a cave is digging. So you're lying down on your belly in a hole in the ground, sometimes hours into this cave, and you're swinging a pickaxe and your buddy's raking up the dirt with a hoe and putting it in a bucket and passing it to another friend who dumps it into a bigger room. Or sometimes you have a pull chain with like sleds that are loaded wood with dirt, but you do that for every weekend for 5 years at the same spot, and then you discover a room like that, or you reach a dead end. And I
Whoa.
the whole time,
That's a good way to put it in perspective for like a lay person like me.
yeah, the whole time everybody's making jokes about busting into virgin, or I just want to get into that virgin hole. It is a very sexual humor, and it is almost kind of like, and again, I'm not trying to be weird here, but it is kind of like edging, where you're like, I can't wait to find it,
Well, in this line of hobby.
In this line of hobby. I think that's gotta be the name of the episode, dude. In this line of hobby.
You lie down on your belly for years, just picking away
on your belly and you pound.
You sure you want to do this, son?
You're real baby.
You might never find the divergent.
Yeah.
People live and die. They never find that cave they're looking for.
Yeah, and you do never find the cave that you're looking for, because even if you find the cave, you're still going to keep looking for cave, you are never satisfied. You do kind of feel like Magellan or like Cortez. Like there is no amount of gold that he could have found in Tenochtitlan to have satisfied his insatiable greed.
Right.
In the same way that there's no amount of cave that I could find that I'd be satisfied. Like I wouldn't dig anymore.
You have an insatiable, like it's almost like an autistic obsession.
Oh, I mean, that's what you said last time.
Oh, dang it.
It's
Okay.
not almost like an autistic obsession. It is.
Okay.
It is. It's possessed me. Like
So,
the train.
do you think it will derail your first marriage too? Before you invent the caving in space suit
I'd say, man, I'd probably say
for
it's
those space caves, when we have to go on to the crater and then there's caves.
whatever my cost of exploration is, I will pay it.
Dan, if I like really made it big and had like an unlimited budget for the pod, I would just send him on like cave missions. just like he's on assignment. Like our caver's on assignment.
Well, luckily, caving's also not that expensive. Is the fantastic thing.
To afford like as far as like things I could have as like a successful podcaster, like
You can have many.
It'd be fun to be able to flex. Like, yeah, we've got a house caver. He's on assignment.
Oh, our Indiana Jones from the studios. He's in Brazil.
reporting from the field from Brazil. This is intolerable correspondent Braxton Fuller.
He's currently we don't have contact, but he's got one hand in a bag and he's reaching for another thing and trying to swap him out.
He sent me a telegram the other day.
Western Union. Can't believe it gets all the way down there. It's a Colorado company, isn't it?
I'll believe you.
I think it is.
I'll believe you.
Look it up. I see claustrophobia. This is for me, like really, that's where has that ever sat in other than those things we've already talked about? And is there any trick other than just like tricking your mind back?
Man, claustrophobia is just something that you have to deal with when you're going caving. Like there's this crawl to Snowball Hall. The long crawl to Snowball Hall.
Hell yeah.
It's in the longest cave in Colorado. It's in Groaning Cave, and it's
because of all the fucking they do in the cave. That's why they named it that. You could hear the groaning all the way at the other end. It's so long.
No, it's just like the whole crawl. You have to take off your helmet and push it in front of you because it's so tight. It's wide, like you can spread out like a starfish, but you can't. It's not tall. You have to push your helmet the whole way. And after about an hour and a half of this, you get to the most beautiful place in the entire world. It's like covered. It looks like a house that is made out of snowballs. Like it's like pure white crystal, like diamonds that are sparkling all around you. And it goes on for about maybe 50 feet. But I remember the first time I did that crawl, I finally sat up for the first time in about an hour and a half, and I just sobbed into my hands. But I mean, there's no way that you can turn around. There's no way that freaking out helps you get out of that situation. Even if you are really stuck, you can't freak out. I mean, you can freak out, but
it does nothing.
It does literally nothing.
So do you get way better at life, at navigating the modern life of like, you're a young American who has been told that you're never gonna own anything and you're going to be happy about it. Do you get better at navigating this, like, oh, we might be going to war with Iran modern lens of being a young American because of like these experiences caving and having to come to terms with these just innate facts of the reality that you're within?
I don't think, and that's a great question. I think that I use caving.
I think it was a little wordy, but
Yeah, you could have trimmed it down a little bit. You know, if it was written down, I'd cut some words here and there. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Editor. That's why you have an editor, right?
Yeah, that's it. You know, so we can automate this process. I mean, shit. Let's just ask Gemini to make the podcast. Claude. But no, I think I use caving as an escape mechanism. When you're trapped by a rock, it's really corporeal, you know?
Wait. Corporeal?
Related to the body. Like,
Okay.
It's physical, you know? Like, it makes sense. Like, you're wedged between two rocks. Like, that makes a lot of sense. But the terror of, like, being trapped by these large systems that, like, you don't comprehend, are made out of, like, tens of thousands of people. No, I mean, that's, like, pure existential dread right there. I mean, a cave is nothing. Being trapped in a cave is nothing. Being trapped in like a cycle of debt and unemployment, like this is horrific. Like it's completely horrific, you know? And like before this podcast was starting, I told Sean how proud I am of you.
Yeah.
For keeping going with this podcast, because in this world, things can seem like they don't mean anything
Or matter at all. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm joking, like, yeah, let's automate the pod, but I mean, you could automate the podcast and you might get more views, you know?
Yeah, you probably would.
But the only fucking thing that matters is you finding a way to be happy and satisfied with your life. Who gives a fuck how many people are listening to this?
Amen.
If you're happy doing it, that's the only thing that matters. And that's why I think the world, nothing matters. And that makes everything matter so much more.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know?
Yeah. As like someone that's spent a lot of their time in the lens of like, well, fuck. My undergraduate dissertation I picked a super esoteric-y thing for economics, which was happiness economics, and dove into it. And by the end of my year of research, I'm like invalidating the core thing I started with. It's like, I don't know about the happiness thing for me. I don't know. I think that might be my caves. I don't think I'll ever find, you know, it's like a constant process.
You don't
of
think
like,
you'll ever be happy?
I don't know, man. It's like one of those weird like things that I might be broken. Might have like that broken head thing going on. But like I'm joyful, I'm grateful, I experience like, but like, man, no. Like I always have to like, there's always that like next like joke or like that next pocket to like try to like bring joy into.
I understand.
And I think that's like part of my like circumstance growing up and things I've experienced. Yeah. And like, you know, like you talk about like caving as an escape, like, yeah, maybe like joking and like pushing into funny in the face of like the terrifying world around us and the circumstance of being a person now is like, yeah, like why not make horrible jokes about it? Like, why not make terrible fucking jokes? Because it's like kids are getting fucked.
Yeah.
By the like power elite.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why not make like the worst jokes you can think about? Because it's reverting it from an evil to a joy. Like it's fighting in my eyes. It's like fighting for the good. I don't know.
Man,
It's gay, whatever it is.
That was a gut punch. I think like being an American, it is the greatest embarrassment, national embarrassment, that all of our elite were involved in that. And it's so...
No, it's not just our country.
Yes, it's not
It's
just
our country that aren't doing anything about those people.
But it's embarrassing, you know. I just want to bury my face in my hands and cry because of the system that we've created and the people that we elevate to positions of authority. It doesn't make any sense. It's embarrassing. And I do think that humor, like I understand about comedians that many of you guys are very sad. on the
it's a trope.
inside. I do get it. And you're saying it's a trope, you're
It's hack.
Yeah, it's hack. It's hack.
It's-
It's kind of cringe, buddy.
It's super hack and played out for me to even be sad.
So for me, I go caving and I feel that there's only one threat to me in a cave. There's only one threat that you have to deal with, and that's the cave. It nothing else matters. You're
What if-
more.
Sorry, no. What if the Mossad are in the cave? Then there's two threats. I gotta stop making these jokes, man.
Well, Mossad wouldn't be in the cave. The Taliban would be in the cave, or
Okay.
Al Qaeda would be in the cave.
Oh, did you hear about how they pulled off some of this, some of their like strikes with that we I guess were like apparently. I don't know about the verified nature of this, although historical examples lead me to believe that this might be true. Allegedly, the Mossad implanted dentists in Iran over the course of about a 5-year period, and they did dental work on the 400 highest members of the Iran that they wanted to carry out, and so they had geolocations on all these people in their teeth.
Oh my!
And if you know anything about history or you read anything, you know that there's precedence to be like, that's not a crazy fucking thing for them to do.
I do think Mossad has been able to pull off some of the most the most impressive intelligence operations in the last 200, 300 years of geopolitics. I mean,
When was that big horse Troy thing?
yeah. Horse. Look that up.
that since then.
Horse like throat or horse like animal?
No, when they had that big wooden horse. I'm messing around, but like best intelligence ops since the wooden horse and guys inside of it. Yeah, you're
I'm
good.
just here.
You're doing great. I'm loving it.
Getting explosives embedded in your enemy's telecommunication system is the most impressive. Like, how did they do that?
They went to the manufacturer and they implanted themselves in the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And with the pagers thing, is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's how they did. They went to Indonesia, which is where the pagers came from, and they literally vertically integrated themselves in the they reverse economic engineer where the thing's coming from, and they okay, we go here, and then that's where we can come in.
How did they know that Hezbollah was going to buy that brand of pager?
Because they do their fucking research, dude. Because they're the best. And this is my reframing of like, okay, how do I take
And
a
then
positive...
Jeff Epstein was a Mossad
How do I
agent
take
as well.
How do I take a positive spin on this? It's like, oh man, I got to sit back and like...
Good job, guys,
that's
I guess.
impressive.
The CIA never played ball like that.
Bush
Even in their best
Yes.
days, the CIA
Bush's
never played
grandfather
ball
could
like that.
only dream of something like this.
Yeah, truly.
AirTag teeth.
AirTag teeth.
AirTag teeth. That's a good alternate title for the episode, I think.
Found that ridiculous.
Anthony Weiner, dude. I was educating my coworker today about
Was it in the search history?
Anthony Weiner's. Do you know about this guy?
Oh, I know everything about Anthony Weiner. I've seen the documentary. I read the book.
What
Yeah.
do you think about? Did you see this week? This is probably we're backlogged, so this is going to be old news. So I shouldn't be really. But like Hillary Clinton's getting cross-examined, right? And the other lawyers ask a question. I don't know if they say it by word, but they are referencing frazzle drip. And if you're online enough of a person, you know what I'm talking about.
I've heard the term. Can you define it explicitly for me?
Allegedly, and we're pretty sure this is fake, but a lot of the stuff that sounds like a crazy fake thing 10 years ago has turned out to be reality. So I don't know. Who knows? That's not my place to say. Anthony Weiner on this laptop, which was a big problem in the 2016 election. If you remember, his laptop caused James Comey to do an investigation and put out a formal memo. That formal memo on the press's account led to Hillary losing the election.
Totally.
So, but the drip part of this laptop is that there was something on the laptop, a video titled "Life Insurance," and that video was Huma Abedin, which was Anthony Weiner's wife at the time, and Hillary Rodham Clinton, could have been, would have been first female president of the United States, if not for Anthony Weiner's mishaps. those two ladies performing ritual, child sacrifice and cutting a face off a kid and putting the kid's face on their face, and and some other stuff. I've never seen the video, so I am not that much of an 8chan type of whatever internet person to even try to go find this shit or want to see this shit. Hell, I dipped my toe in the Epstein files and I'm like, my soul hurts. I want to read less of this.
Well,
So-
I mean, the Epstein files
But that
show...
dude's weird. You can see it on his face. That dude's weird.
The
Also, he
Epstein...
fucking went to prison for like no time. These guys, if they're like...
They suffer zero consequences for their
That's the most
actions.
frustrating thing. This guy's like a former congressman and he gets sentenced to like 21 months for like, sending illicit pictures to a minor. Like
To a child!
yeah, like
To a
he has
child!
to register right away as a sex offender. So it's like, how I just don't know.
Well, I think that like the Epstein files do mention that Ghislaine Maxwell had a relationship with Christopher Poole, I believe his last name was, the founder of 4chan. And those conversations between Maxwell and Poole ended up turning into the creation of the r/poll message board, or the /poll
Yeah, we're
message
pretty
board.
positive through like documentation released publicly through our Department of Justice that Ghislaine Maxwell was the founder essentially of r/poll.
Yes.
Is to give the reductionary.
But I think that these people want politics and reality to like dissolve. Like they don't want there to be a shared sense of reality between the people who are like, you and me, because it's in their interest for like community to dissolve and things like this to stop happening,
Totally. It's in their interest for me to think that you're evil, that I can't talk to you because you think different than me.
Yeah. And it's in their interest also that podcasts like this, where two people are just sitting in somebody's garage and having a conversation that brings a sense of community to people, stops happening. Like they want communication and media to be like McDonald's.
Yeah, dude.
Where there's a corporation that's providing a standardized package of media
For them, they used to have the full top to bottom control of the burger to the consumer's mouth. They got to pick. They got to pick the beef, the patty, the lettuce, everything down to here's how I'm going to feed you it.
But the other thing is, when that was happening, and we can take the burger analogy. Let's run with that. In the 1950s, when McDonald's was really beginning to take off, 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, yes, absolutely, they had complete control over the hamburger. But now more people don't know how to make a hamburger than ever before. People go out and buy their food, or they Grubhub it or DoorDash, and it goes to a ghost kitchen that's
Low-key.
just a fucking IHOP. Like, none of it makes any sense. I tell you guys, stop ordering DoorDash. Just eat beans and cheese on bread. That's all you need.
No, pull back the analogy, because I think you went too far with it, and you went
Edit it. Yeah,
No,
you can trim.
no.
You can lose a couple words here and there.
No, I think, but your point is so poignant in that, like, we're really, really, really close from people not knowing how to have a conversation. Much less, I think. How old are you?
26.
Okay, you're 2 years younger than me. 2 years. How old are you?
I'm 24. 24.
Okay.
Yes.
His age and below. Not even kidding. There's a drop off, like a cliff, like the Mariana Trench of like per capita in your age group and lower. The thought of like starting a podcast and inviting strangers into your home, or like loose high school, like it's not possible. There's no, like, it is impossible for that to even be a thing, because they don't have it.
And that
They
provides
don't make the hamburger.
that provides such an immense benefit to such a small group of people.
Talking about an immense benefit to a small group of people and making
Wings?
your great hamburger. It's wing time.
It's wing
So
time.
if you want to join us, please.
Wingstop.
Patreon.com/intolerable. Only $2 a month. Your humble $2 will help go feed great guests. And
let me take this. Dude, I pay $14.99 a month for Paramount Plus. I pay $6.99 for Netflix. I think it's $7.99 for Netflix. You can't spare a brother $2 a month? That's half the price of a fucking black coffee at 7-Eleven for some goddamn reason. Give the man $2 a month.
it's just gonna go right back into his mouth. He's one of the, he has a keychain, brand new keychain.
I do.
Has now because he is a Patreon supporter. So if you want to join us, it's going to get even crazier over there because that's how the show goes.
Let's do it.
Kicking us to break with our signature station identification.
You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? We'll be right back.
Coming at you live from 720 Denver, Colorado. This is Braxton Fuller, and tell somebody that you love them today.
It's the after hours show, and our bellies are full of chicken. And it's time for a wing review. And we have Braxton, but we also have two very high esteemed producers here, Jesse and Ashley. And they've eaten some chicken wings in their day, so everybody's review matters today. Braxton, let's start with you, since you're on camera.
Man, I'd give you again 2 out of 2 chicken wings.
Nice, fuck yeah.
2 out of 2.
That's solid.
Chickens have 2 wings, you got 2 of them.
I mean, I can fly with that.
Well, not modern factory farm chickens. They
Oh,
actually
no,
don't
no,
see
no,
the sun ever.
It's sad to see the condition of the
It's sad, so sad.
Life in a box, I call it.
In a box, there you go.
Serve you the chicken in a box. A little ironic. I think that's kind of funny. Maybe there's something there. I'll work it out.
What about you guys?
So the first time I had his wings, they were fantastic. And they were spiced unusually. Something I didn't know. Like, there was just a lot going on. And I was like, what? They just making wings, They were fucking amazing. This time
They were ass.
it sucked. No,
Mid.
This time, I think they were a little more well done this time, which I fucking like.
You like a crisp? Yeah. I've been locking in. You got to get a little, you go past what you think on the smoke.
Yeah,
Were they dry? I didn't taste one today. Were they dry?
No.
No, they weren't dry.
Because that's the game you're playing there.
It's like I don't know for a fact whether or not you did something differently, but they did. I feel like they tasted different. I feel like they were like kind of sweeter or something. I don't know if there's a sweet thing you're doing with it.
I came on your wings.
Yes, you can't.
No.
Do it.
No, there's no. There. Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad.
It's just different. They were different. They were not completely different because they were cooked by the same mastermind, but they tasted a little different and they were just as good as the first time.
You know, it felt better to me to welcome you back and get to serve you wings again, Jesse. So thanks for being here behind the cameras. And the most important opinion in that is the lady's opinion. Ashley. Fire.
That's all that fucking matters in this world, man.
Can you hope for a better review in this?
That's all wings can hope to be.
Hell yeah.
Who the fuck calls you McChicken?
I've been called that since I was a child because I know my chicken.
I
Nice.
respect
Hell
that.
yeah. What's your favorite way to prepare chicken wings? Just traditional, like fry. Yeah. I see. That's something I have not perfected nor even had the stones to attempt to learn to try yet. But I'll get there, Yeah, trust me, once I own a property, I'm getting a deep fryer.
Oh, I'm in a
She's in a
500 square foot apartment.
I'm getting a deep fryer.
There's boiling oil.
See that? Yeah. I'm just a pussy. I don't know. I'm scared. Not bit built different over here. Well, to get a fire from you, it means the world. Thank you. All right, sir. Where you want to take us in this after hours? We've talked everything from being claustrophobic to being stuck in situations and this incredible cheers to the ability of vertical integration and intelligence groups. I mean, where can we go in this after hours show that can? Head over to Patreon if you want to hear the eating. It's a fun one.
I'd start it with the last time I was on this show and I told the Lake of Fire story, and like everybody in my entire life sent me that clip and was like, Braxton, what the fuck? You were on a podcast, which was hilarious. But number two, a bunch of the comments were like, this fucking guy's lying, bullshit,
and I had the video in the show.
Isn't that video one of like the scariest things in the world? Like it is a butt pucker. Like to watch.
Be real with you, like putting it into the episode and editing it in, I was like, I don't know if I'm like, this is a little much. Like first I like, do I need to put like a little disclosure at the beginning for people or something? Like, because but you kind of set it up as much as you can.
That story, man, and for anybody listening that didn't hear the long story, just to, you know, I went to a 130-degree cave, and I was the third, fourth, and fifth people in my expedition to enter this room that you have to crawl through a small constriction of boiling water, and then you stand up in another room and cross a lake up to your waist in boiling water.
Much like sex.
Much like sex. I haven't been able to.
Isn't that crazy, bro?
And we were the first people ever.
Why do you not just go tendernism and then your skin all falls off?
Well, I mean, no, it does. Like, I mean, like,
So,
I was exhibiting symptoms of heat
The
stroke.
context that he set me up with, he goes, "Oh no, it's fine. We had ice packs
in my fucking
strapped
suit.
all around us. We had multiple layers of rubber suits, and then we had like just dunked in the Colorado River, and it was winter. And I'm like, I don't know if all that plus 130 degrees of boiling water. Yeah. Well, it's a cave. You gotta remember.
But that story, I haven't been able to, like, I've tried to sit down a couple of times and like do it justice, writing it out, and I haven't been able to like put words how special that moment was to me, because it's like a ridiculous thing. And that night, one of my very best friends from high school had a brain aneurysm.
That's right.
And entered into a coma. And like it's so mixed up in all these like weird things. Like, and the next day,
And how old are you at this point too?
I guess I was 22 or 23.
Yeah, I mean, in that part of your life, I mean, as your prefrontal lobes start settling, that shit it dumps off.
Yeah.
It jumbles, right?
I got so much dopamine by doing that experience. It was like ridiculous, you know, because it's like summiting Mount Everest for the first time. I mean, like, I don't want to sound too grandiose, but it's like summiting Mount Everest for the first time.
Yeah, I mean, not for the first. It's like, it's like, you know, it's some type of statistical extreme that like such a limited number of people that ever live will get to experience.
But that fucking,
it's like being the Pope.
It's like being the Pope. Yeah, it's totally like being the Pope.
It's like being the Pope. This guy.
But those comments that were accusing me of lying, I have never felt more joy than that moment. It's like somebody when you were a kid being like, fucking aimbot bullshit hacker, and you're like, no, I'm just that good, bitch. You know?
Right.
Yeah. Nothing beat that comment.
You real life mogged them.
I did real life mog them.
That's what,
Like my hero, Clavicular.
Everyone's thinking about looks maxing. No one's talking about cave maxing.
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's the only alternative. Damn it, I can't dig into this because that would be an unfortunate alternative title. It's cave maxing.
But I'm doing my.
See, and that reaction tells me it's better. Unfortunately.
Stupid. I thought.
Yeah.
I mean, like for a title, like with the context, it's funny. I'm just mad I said it.
Cave maxing is.
Cave maxing is funny to me.
But I'm going on my first. I'm super excited. I brought this up earlier.
I'm sorry. I should tell you this too late. It's just there's a little bit of reverb.
Yeah.
There's just a little bit of reverb as we touch these.
Oh yeah,
because it's not a perfect setup.
I respect that.
So just since we're not wearing the domes on our ears,
of course,
I'm gonna tell you that.
But you know, for my sport, for caving,
hang on, time out. It's a sport.
I don't think it's a sport.
Okay.
I totally misspoke. I don't think it's a sport because you're not competing against anyone.
Well, I mean, I bet you can make it a sport.
There's at the NSS convention, there's the SpeleOlympics. Like every year, like they have a squeeze box. So they have like a box that gets like tighter and tighter to see which caver can fit through the tightest squeeze. And like one of the other things at the SpeleOlympics is
How small are we talking here?
the smallest. So it's always a girl that wins the squeeze box. But last year, the girl who won, it was 5 vertical inches. And she fit through 5 vertical inches, head and all. You have to like
Was
fit.
she a mouse?
Yeah, thank you. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what? Then
There's like rope climbing. Yeah, totally. It hurts. Yeah, it 100% absolutely hurts. Yeah. But anything that's worth doing fucking hurts. Like, come on, if you're playing fucking basketball, you're gonna get some bullshit, everything hurts,
Everything.
Dating hurts, like everything worth doing hurts a little bit.
Facts. Okay. 5 inches though.
I'm making the step up to like the real like heavyweight of caving, and I'm super scared, man. Like I'm super scared.
That's the big leagues, the Mexico one.
The Mexico one, yeah. Are
there pictures of this if you could find?
Look up pictures of Cueva, Cueva, space Cheve, Cueva Cheve. It's possibly one of the very deepest caves in the world. Spanish. Go to images.
Yeah, that's it.
Go to images.
Systemic Cheve. That's it.
Yeah, I mean it has the deepest confirmed dye trace on the planet. So if you go to the top of the mountain and you pour a bunch of green food dye into the river on top of the mountain, it pops out something like 8,000 meters below in this huge valley.
Whoa.
And so there are a bunch of caves in between the top of the mountain and the bottom of the mountain. And this has been, so that Bill Stone guy who invented
the best in the world.
The best in the world.
This is where he went. When they gave him unlimited resources, he said, "This is my playground."
Yes. He has been on a 30-year mission to discover the deepest cave in the world. He hasn't connected them yet. Currently, the deepest cave in the world is in Abkhazia, Georgia, the country. And it's called Sistema Krubera, and it's 7,000 feet deep.
A fucking cave is 7,000 feet deep.
So to tell you the difference between what I do, so I don't think I'm tooting my own horn. I'm probably one of the very best cavers in the American West, in the Rocky Mountain region. I don't think I'm tooting my own horn saying that.
You're cave-mogging.
I'm cave-mogging on you. But so to get to the furthest point of exploration in Sistema Cheve takes 13 days.
Whoa.
Days.
Holy shit. So this is a whole different level of problems that you're addressing.
Yeah. And you're not talking about like...
It's a whole different thing.
So I'd say the most isolated I've ever been in a cave. So I've been in a cave for 3 days. Is the longest I've ever been in a cave. But I'd say that the most isolated I've ever been in a cave was in a cave that had 3 consecutive 100-foot drops. It's called rontoms. So at the bottom of that third 100-foot drop, and each...
So like this.
No, but it's not immediately after. It's like drop, crawl for 2 hours, drop again, crawl for 3 hours, drop again, and the whole cave is wet and filled with snowmelt water, so it's extremely cold.
And dangerous, probably.
Yes, yeah. But at the bottom of that third drop, think about how difficult it would be to get a seriously injured human being out of that situation.
Damn near impossible.
Damn near impossible. And if you break your leg at the bottom of Sistema Cheve and at the furthest point of exploration, you will probably die. And the verticality of these caves are so much more than Colorado. And so this will be my first expedition cave. My first real expedition cave, Sistema de la Tres Amigos, which is on the Sierra Rabón, which is up there.
Can you click on that 1 second row all the way on the left? That like systems map? You get one on the second row to that one. Can you blow that up like full screen another tab?
Yeah, it's that's Krubera. Yeah. Krubera is actually the second deepest cave in the world. It's some cave.
Tiny. Never mind. It's a time. So hang on. Repeat yourself. This is only one part of it.
So Krubera is now the second deepest cave in the world. But so the thing about so
it's a mountain with all sorts of shit going on.
These two areas, Oaxaca, Mexico, and Abkhazia, Georgia, are like they're all connected on these mountains, and basically like it's the greatest game of exploration in the world because everything's a risk, because you have such short amounts of times to operate in Krubera because of the snow. The snow piles up on the massif very quickly. So they only have about 3 months, and it takes 13 days to rig the cave to the bottom. So they have to do it alpine style, where they start at the entrance, cave for a day with a little bit of extra food, set up an underground camp, come back to the surface, and then they keep doing that.
It's like climbing Everest.
It's like climbing Everest. But it's an Everest that they don't know the bottom of, and then they don't know how to get to the bottom. So they're constantly, I mean, they know how to get to where they got the year before. So they know how to get to like Camp 7 or Camp 8. But beyond that...
Wait. So every single year, this dude and his team they're actively getting deeper and deeper in this mission.
That's
been
the
going
goal.
for 30 years.
It's been going on for more than 30 years. It's been going on since the 1960s. This is the second generation of the Cheve project.
Whoa, dude.
So
You're gonna be a part of this?
yes. Yeah. It's the grand history. It is the deadliest game though.
Yeah. Oh my god. This is like climbing K2 on steroids without oxygen.
Yes. Yeah. It totally is. And the small...
As someone that understands exploration to like a layman's level enough to like really, understand, this is fucking insane.
No, I'm scared. It's the big leagues is the way. It's the big leagues.
Whoa, my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then will you be a part of a team? Do you know, like, are you given any sort of scope on what your goals are?
Sistema de la Tres Amigos is part of the Sierra Rabone project, which is not in the Cheve system, and certainly not in the Krubera system.
Okay.
That's on the other side of the planet. But
this is the one in Georgia?
So I'm going to the one in Oaxaca, the one in Mexico.
Got it.
And I'm going to a different project in Oaxaca. My recently deceased mentor's project, the Sierra Rabone. But this cave, he kept trying to go back to this cave for 10 years, and he finally got approval the year after he died. So this would have been my first year caving in Mexico with Mike. And I'm going with the other Mad Rats. So like the group of people that he founded that go caving. I'm going with the most proficient cavers on the planet. I'm going with Aaron Zumpf. I'm going with Sean. I'm going with...
Fuck yeah, Sean.
You're coming. I'm gonna fucking drunk you. Wake up at the bottom.
I am a liability on a caving mission. You do not want to bring me.
No,
that is so... Wow, dude. That is so exciting. That is so cool that you get to continue on that thing. And for, the circumstance and the timing and the sadness, that is not controllable, and that is so unfortunate and sad. But for you to be able to, like, take all of the tools in the toolkit that he helped build for you and then, like, carry on that project man, that's awesome.
It feels like, I'm scared. I mean, to be honest, it feels like kind of going to the Olympics, I mean,
I bet.
And such a small mistake can fuck you and your team up, like, seriously.
And something that you can't control to some extent, right?
Yeah. Mark Dickey. So there's a group called the NCRC, which, as far as I'm concerned, are the closest thing to fucking superheroes on the planet.
Okay.
It's the National Cave Rescue Commission. And so they do training and they have rescue roles. So at any time I can get a call on my phone and it'll be like, Braxton, there's somebody trapped in a cave in Grand Junction, Colorado. Can you drive out? And that's a national system. But the founder of NCRC, his name is Mark Dickey, and he was at the bottom of an expedition cave in Turkey. So he was 9 days into an expedition cave in Turkey at the bottom of this fucking cave.
By himself?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No.
I was going to say. Jesus. I was going to say.
Rule of threes. You never go caving without 3 people. You never don't have 3 sources of light. You always have 1/3 extra food, 1/3 extra water, you know? But anyway, Mark Dickey, bottom of this cave in
9 days
Turkey, develops appendicitis. 9 days into an expedition cave in Turkey, the NCRC nationally activates. So everybody in the entire fucking country of the United States gets a call. NCRC buys dozens of plane tickets for dozens of Americans. They fly out to Turkey. They get the fucker out of the cave in 3 days.
That's
into
soft power.
medical care.
Now that's soft power.
Isn't
Don't
that
tell me that's not. Then now, see, I want to do. I've been like trying to work on this. This is a long run idea, but like my you might be a redneck is now that's soft power and like weird examples, but this is a great one. But whoa,
Yeah.
3 days.
3 days. They had like basically. Think about
how do they cut a third of that time off? Explain that to me.
So, okay, think about what it takes to set up those alpine camps for a second.
Right.
That's what takes 9 days. So
Okay.
he was really at camp 3. He was really 3 days into the cave. But I mean, also remember that they're
okay.
hauling him out on a stretcher. So he can't actually do any work, you know? So the fact that they got them out in the same amount of time that it took him to get there is impressive on its own. And basically what they did is they set up a pulley system every area in the entire cave and body passed the entire way.
What?
Yeah. So they were hauling him up like 100-foot drops to immediately get attached to a pulley,
Right,
to
and
get
then-
dragged up. Another like everywhere that they possibly could, they maximized advantage.
I wonder if any of those guys are arborists because of the way that they have to pull branches around. And keep
Cavers are there's a huge overlap between arbory and caving. Yeah, it's the same rope work.
Roping and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a serious game, and like just people cut down giant fucking trees next to people's houses all the time. They gotta
Serious
keep
game. Yeah.
Pulleys here, pulley here, because when you cut that, that's gonna fall this way a little bit, and this pulley goes all the way over here and pulls it like this 2 inches, and then you gotta pull it back that way. So you gotta pull it goes that way. Like,
Yeah.
I'd imagine that would have been very helpful in that specific circumstance.
It's truly like caving.
Applied engineering in real time. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yes is what it is. That is literally what it is. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Against God.
Yeah.
Or against Mother Nature or whatever you want to say.
What I think is interesting about those caves, like the front of exploration in Colorado is digging. So like you're going to dig if you're going to find anything. And I run multiple digs. Like I have a dig in the Sandcastle extension of Hucka Cove Cave, about an hour and a half south of here. It takes about 8 people to run the dig, and one person's digging straight the fuck up in a chimney with like smooth sides. So you're like clearing a bunch of mud out of the chimney, and then it gets like dumped down another chimney. Super easy dig, but it takes about like 6 or 7 people to run. We run it for 8 hours straight when we run it, unpaid, of course. But those caves are like you are deciding which 300 or 400 foot hole to drop that have never been dropped before and trying to judge which one probably goes deeper into the cave. Like it's a whole different like ball game. Like everywhere you turn is virgin passage.
Can you use like technology?
So the problem is that
The technology can't get communication?
that's part of the problem. I'd say that the main problem is that caving destroys everything that is not like explicitly designed to be in a cave. So I mean like
What do you mean? Sorry, can you go expand on that so I understand?
like a drone. Like let's say like you're carrying like a quadcopter drone into a cave.
Right.
Even if it's in a pelican case, like even if it's in a very nice
Right.
pelican case,
Sure.
it still isn't designed to take 50-foot shock falls every couple of hours for multiple days in a row. You know, like it's just things are a lot more delicate than we think they are, you know, like that hoodie would probably break the first time that you go caving in it.
Really?
Yeah. Especially here in Colorado. It's just all crawling, you know?
Yeah. Huh. Fascinating. Okay, what about like LiDAR and things like this? That's kind of where my brain went.
LiDAR is...
Can you use things to enhance? Can you like, yeah, like not like My mind, because I understand from your explanation to me the very important fundamental ethical basis at which caving has to start and be followed through with. The respect of the truly leave no trace, maintain the pure exploration with untouching the things you're exploring. But that it comes into conflict with tools at some juncture being more useful to help you explore.
I think it all comes down to, people use LiDAR in caves and there are 3D models of caves, which are really cool. But I always describe it, and I recently wrote an article that I've been submitting to some outdoors magazines about why we dig. And there are
Is it called Real Diggers? Sorry. Hey, I always get one for me. All right.
But why we dig. And I always describe it that there's kind of a first wave of cavers. And I'm not saying this to belittle what I'm calling second wave cavers, but there are the people who do the digging and setting the bolts to drop the pits and digging for years at the same spot to break into virgin passage.
The samurai of caving that you came from the school of.
Yes. Yeah. So there are those people, and I'm very much one of those people. And I'm not saying second wave caver to mean second wave
Just
caver.
Different.
But then there are the people who come in with LiDAR afterwards and environmental monitoring systems and environmental gates.
Rules and bullshit.
And and there's tension in the community. And the fact is that both sides need to fucking realize that everybody does a necessary job.
Yep.
You know? There are some things that happen during digging. There's some things that occur during digging that aren't necessarily
cool things sometimes, probably.
Very cool things. I'm sure you're following me. We call it motivating the rock, if you catch me.
Mm-hmm.
And there are unpopular.
This is Sisyphus, right?
Yes,
This late
Sisyphus.
into the episode.
Sisyphus.
The over on the hit on this one, folks. If you're
But
betting live.
there are just some things that
It's a
you
fun
have
little
to
Easter
do.
egg for the show. If you watch every episode, see how early Sisyphus gets mentioned. Sometimes it's first 15 minutes. Sometimes it's really late, like this one.
One must imagine Sisyphus to be happy.
Because if you're white podcasting, if you're white male podcasting, Sisyphus will come up. It's a rule of white male podcasting. It's an unfortunate thing. It's like the fourth law of, I don't know.
This guy's downing some
going.
copium right
Keep
now.
going.
Some copium, dude.
I need to be put in the cave.
No, but there are things that need to be done for caves to be discovered, and then there are things that need to be done for caves to be protected.
Oh.
Is
Damn.
how I would describe
Well,
it.
I'll elect you president of caves with that kind of a political statement.
I would never be the chairman of the NSS. I would never be the executive chair.
What about president of caves? Fuck that title. I like president of caves.
No, the current, I very much admire the just recently.
I can see in all the way you speak about it. I can see it in your eyes, man. The respect you have for the institutions that make this thing that you love, that you can't get enough of possible. I'm just joking around.
Man, dude, you know who I'm talking about if you're watching this, and you may very well be watching this, but I recently got in a very depressing argument with a caver friend of mine.
Oh no.
A caver friend of mine who I respect more and have respected more for
an important argument?
Yeah, it was an important fucking argument about caving. I went caving.
What was the core? You give me whatever.
I went caving with her, and I had never been caving with her before. I had only met her at caving events, so Texas Caver Reunion, the NSS convention. We had never been caving together.
Nerds.
We'd only fucking met at caver parties, and for years I've known this woman, and I really respect her. And we finally went caving together. And it was on a trip that she was the permitted leader for. And she was, in my opinion, a fucking Nazi. She was there are rules where it's there are NSS rules that I agree with. You should not travel alone in a cave. So if you're in a group of people, you shouldn't split off and go somewhere else alone,
Yes,
because it's the rule of 3. You have to travel with 3 people, minimum 2 people, if you're going somewhere kind of far away. But she takes that to mean I couldn't like exit her sight. I couldn't exit her sight because she was saying, Braxton, what if you pass out face down and you're in the water and you like drown in the water? And I was like super excited when we got in the cave. So I was like, fuck yeah, we're in a cave. She was like, Braxton, shut the fuck up. There are bats. They're hibernating. And I'm like, yeah, okay. You need to be quiet at the entrance of the cave because there are bats. But she kept doing that when we were like super deep in the cave. And then she was like, you need to step in my exact footprints so as to minimize, and I'm not fucking kidding you. You need to follow my exact footsteps to minimize damage to the cave. And I was like, there's nothing fun about this.
That's insane.
There's nothing fun about this. Like, I can't be excited. Like, so she said the thing about following in her footsteps.
I'm really
first.
trying to hold my tongue. Let me just say it.
No, but I was like, bro, you made this.
This
awful.
wasn't a white woman. What could it have possibly been?
No.
That's all
She's
I'll
not.
say. Keep it in mind.
She's not white. She's not white.
Oh,
But-
no? Oh,
but-
really?
And then
That is surprising.
it really depressed me. I was like, you made my favorite thing so not fun.
Oh, dang.
But there is that balance of like, there are people who are conservation minded that they turn caving into that.
Yeah, dude, you can go far enough left that you go right. It's a horseshoe, and people got to remember that those sides touch at some point. I'm serious, and I see examples of it so much more frequently. Thank goodness for this show and talking to people and learning.
But we haven't talked since. So sad.
Did you like get in like a spat about it?
Yeah. So it got to the point where I was like,
I'm leaving the cave.
I hung out at the very back of the line. Like I was at the very back of the line in the darkness because I was
Going,
like,
and then cut.
but then she said all that stuff to me. But I mean, then again, she was the permit name. Like she was the name.
Yeah.
You know, and I was being disrespectful in her opinion to her leadership, you know, because I was like, I'm not fucking following your exact foot. I'm not fucking doing that, you know. But, you know.
Yeah. Get a permit next time.
But I love you, and I hope we talk sometime soon.
Yeah. I mean, hey, that sounds like just one experience that you can easily move past.
Yeah.
As people that love caves.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, I've definitely it seems lame to be like, I don't know. But here's a lame example. Here's a super lame example. I just monitoring time because the card will at some point get out on us here. And I need to conclude and let you guys go home. It's late. It's like it's some junk like LA podcasters I've heard. They'll like make jokes and then they've got producers, right? So they'll like make funny jokes in the room and then they'll be over the line or like not like PC or whatever, and they'll be like, mark that, cut that. And like I've heard from people that have been like done the circuits and stuff that like they're just making like horrible jokes and then being like, cut it. Because they need to maintain that vibe with the person in the room. Yeah. Because that's an important part of the art form of a conversation, of a hang or whatever. But they can't go full genuine with it. And that's like the same type of thing where it's like, you're not being full genuine with this. Like, step in your footprints. What the fuck are we doing here? Why are you making the joke and then cutting it? Leave the joke.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like it's right. That's kind of where I'm coming from with that. It's like, what is
man? And that was the first time in that cave. Have you ever heard of white nose syndrome?
I've heard of something.
Not making a joke here. Not making a joke. Nothing about Colombia. It's a fucking. It's a disease that has cut the bat population of the United States in half. And I've
wait, and Batman's doing nothing about this?
It's a fungal infection that grows.
You're supposed to laugh. That's your job.
It grows in their fur, and it grows while they're hibernating on the ceiling. And it grows like. Have you ever seen The Last of Us or played The Last of Us?
Oh man,
where it looks like a fungus hive. It's like that, but like so there will be colonies of bats, like 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 on the ceiling that just have this fucking massive cloud of white mold growing on them, and then they'll drop one by one from the ceiling and then land on the ground and then plume up in like these thick white clouds. It was the most horrific thing I've ever seen. That trip that I went on, I'd never seen a colony infested by WNS, but it was the most horrific thing I've ever seen.
Oh my
God. Yeah, that's Yeah.
There might not be a lot of good photo evidence of that.
Do you
Yeah.
get film pictures of it?
I tried to.
There's Matt.
You can't.
Dude, he's one of the only film like the we did on the Patreon searching the AI. Like he's one of the only film photographers in caves left.
I'm one of the few remaining. To bring up Sisyphus. It's a completely Sisyphean task shooting film in caves. I mean, there's no reason to do it. It just looks so
I
good.
completely disagree. Who the fuck else is going out and taking pictures of shit in caves?
No, but it's a Sisyphean task.
Why?
Because it's damn near, it's like pushing a rock up a hill forever because you really can't get a good picture in a film picture in a cave. You really can't. But when you get a little bit of a picture, like it looks really cool. Like that bubbling that you have, that is a really awesome picture.
Well, that cover of 43.3, that's a film picture that I got in Silent Splendor. I've gotten really good at it. I've gotten a lot better at it. Most of the covers of RMC are my photos.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In film. That's so sweet. What do you shoot on?
So I have a Nikonos 5, as I was telling you last time. It's a film camera from 1983. It's a scuba diving camera.
That's right. Okay.
So it's waterproof. It's extremely tough. And then for film, I shoot on I shoot on expired film a lot because expired film is cheap and it gives a very particular look to the film. Like it's kind of like gambling, you know. Sometimes it's complete bullshit. Other times it looks
like a patina thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then I shoot on Kodak Color Plus 400 is the main film stock I go to.
Dude.
Yeah.
Man, I could talk to you literally all freaking night long, Braxton. About it's so like crazy and cool what you're doing with this shit, man. I'm excited for you. I'm like nervous for you.
We gotta go into a cave.
Yeah, you gotta drag my big ass into a cave. That's terrifying to think about, right? Me in a cave.
I think it's terrifying thinking about somebody smaller than me going into a cave.
So here, can I wrap it back to a joke that I was kind of thinking with that lady that fit through 5 inches? Do you think she?
This is a lot.
Well, I'm wondering. Do you think she likes it like huge? Like or
wait, are we...
like for the funny bit or whatever, like for the joke.
I
like, do you think the lady that can fit through the 5? Oh, you know her, dang it!
I know her.
That's why.
And I think she's gay. Now that I'm really thinking, I think it is.
Angle I was thinking.
That is the other.
You do go full horseshoe. That is the other. Horseshoes touching.
Yeah.
Being gay makes you better at caving.
There is
So the question, in case it didn't pick up fully on the mic, was: does being gay make you better at caving?
Some of the very best cavers I know are gay and trans, and the gay and trans
superhuman, by the way.
Superhumans. Being a homosexual trans person, what does that even mean? It's hard to define. I'm not wading into that argument, but they are.
You'll go into 130 degrees of boiling water in a cave, but you don't need to. Yeah, keep going.
I don't want to get canceled on Twitter.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that group of people are some of the best cavers in the American East. I will say they do all date each other and at the same time too, so it becomes extremely messy. Yeah.
Hey, rule of threes, man.
Rule of threes. That's a good
Yeah.
So definitely out east.
Will you glance at the on the camera to see how much is in the card?
Oh,
the time there'll be a reading of a number of minutes, and I'm just worried that we might be approaching. Little green thing in the corner. 6 minutes. Okay.
6 minutes.
That's 6 minutes.
6 minutes. That's a good amount of time.
It's plenty of time.
And then we'll wrap. It'll just wrap when the camera turns off. How about that? Out east, to answer your question, out east they do get freaky and they do get polyamorous. There's the Burning Man of caving. OTR, Old Timers Reunion. It's nudist. It has all the drugs you want. It has not mandatory, but like if you're going to OTR, you're going there to get laid and go to an orgy and do a bunch of drugs.
Holy shit, man.
Old Timers Reunion. Yeah, it's in West Virginia.
Fuck yeah, it is. That's what's gonna save America. That's what's gonna save America is West Virginia. Whenever I'm like China this, China Russia that, I'm like, oh yeah, we've got West Virginia. That's right.
Can you imagine trying to occupy West Virginia?
Good luck.
Good fucking luck.
I don't know what the fuck is out there.
We can't even control
Good
it.
luck getting over the line.
Did I-
Mothman, too.
Did I tell you last time I was caving in West Virginia, I went to a cave called Still House, which had an alcohol still from like from Prohibition. Like it had like a whole like cooking setup and shit.
In there?
Yeah. Just in there, man.
And is that the best part of this event?
Yeah, it was fucking weird, man. Yeah.
Yeah, did it vent? Was there
No,
any signs of
of course not, man.
no corpse either?
Those are hillbillies, bro. They don't care.
need vents.
They don't care, bro.
Brother, I think you've been hided. We've done all the things with you, right? You don't need to be.
I've been hiding.
You
Yeah,
got
you've
a
hided
7
me.
footer, right?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's 7 feet long.
Yeah.
I think you said I was 9 feet tall, though.
Oh man, that'd be a record. That's some kind of caving record. No, you are cave maxing, and I feel like really lucky and grateful that like this silly show has brought you into my life as a friend. Like,
Bro,
there's some like I mean it when I say like I can't wait for 20 years down the line, be in the same city or whatever, and grab a beer and like be like, oh holy shit.
well, you'll have a non-alcoholic. I'll have a beer.
Yeah,
right.
Who knows? Well, yeah, at this point, who knows?
Yeah. How about that?
20 years from now, who knows?
No, I do mean it though. I mean, I know. Last time we really talked was the last time I was on the show, but it hasn't been 6 minutes yet. I know. You don't know what 6 minutes feels like.
No.
You're very aware what 2 minutes feels like.
He got you there. I'm sorry. Unfortunately. Yeah.
But no,
I'm lucky if I make
it
two.
means a lot to hop on the Patreon. You're the only person I'm subscribed to on Patreon. I made a Patreon to subscribe to Mr. Tolerable. But yeah, thanks for having
Dude, you're
me.
inspiring. I hope more young people go out and find ways to explore and push into their humanity, because that's if someone's like, who's Braxton Fuller? I'd be like, oh, he's an explorer who pushes into his humanity and wants others to push into their humanity.
That's what I've always tried to be, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that shows itself. And if you want to do it, if you want to do what I do, if you're listening to this and want to go caving, just go to caves.org and type in your zip code, and it will show you your local caving club. Every state has a caving club. What I do is there's no barrier to it. It's free. It has the best people in the world. So go to caves.org.
If you want to be part of the crazy people, go do
And
that.
fucking subscribe to RMC, good
More
God.
importantly, yes, subscribe to RMC, follow Braxton.
Yeah, on braxton.af. Follow my Instagram. I recently restarted it because I have to be a public person.
Do you? You're an intellectual.
Yeah, I do. I mean, fucking jobs ask for it now and shit, you know? Like,
Really?
yeah, especially like doing what I do. Like
Oh, yeah,
writing
right,
and
right,
like,
right.
putting out the mag. Like,
Yeah, it's just good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for you since you don't want to be part of the global elite. Thank God you want to do something good for the world and not do that. Because you could. You have the brain to. Man, could you be useful to them?
I couldn't ever.
Install air tags. We're going to get you right on it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hop over to Patreon if you want it. And as always,
Fuck off and be well.
Tell somebody that you fucking love them. Good God. Like, if somebody's alive now that you love and you haven't told them you love them, tell them you love them. Tell them, goddammit. Do it.
He doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.